Return for a celebration. Audio Stories Series Finale. Written and read by Gregory the Heavy Goods Engine. It was a beautiful blue day on the island of Sodor. This would mark 81 years since Thomas first arrived on Sodor, and Sir Topham Hatt wanted to do something special for him. Soon, he called Edward, Henry, and Gordon to Knapford for something special. Someone they knew all too well was coming back to Sodor after so many years. They wondered who it was. "Who could it be?" asked Edward. "Beats me," said Henry. "But I heard it's an engine from long ago." "Indeed," said Gordon. "This engine is so experienced with the railway." "If you're referring to a railway, then it's definitely this one," called a voice. The three engines gasped. They knew who it was. There, puffing towards them, was a black tender engine with 8 driving wheels and 2 leading wheels. It was Colton, formerly known as 87546 from long ago. It was indeed Colton, the mighty, powerful, heavy goods engine from long ago. "Hello, lads. Long time no see." "I don't believe it. Colton, what a wonderful surprise." "Where have you been all this time? You want to know where I was?" said Colton. "I worked on a railway in London. A heritage railway, to be precise." As the 4 engines began chatting like old friends, they decided to form a plan into keeping Thomas busy. "Okay, we have a plan. We're going to keep Thomas on his branch line till it's ready," said Gordon. Thomas was just waiting at Elsbridge when Gordon puffed in with the local, as usual. He had been pulling this train since he retired from the express, and Pip and Emma were now pulling the train. "Hello, Thomas," said Gordon. "There's quite a few stuff going on at Knapford right now, so you might want to keep your distance from it." "Really? What's happening?" asked Thomas. "Well, let's just say a few engines have broken down and are being taken to the works." "Oh, I see," said Thomas. "Don't worry, Gordon. I'll keep away from the station at all times." "That's a good engine, Thomas," said Gordon. And Thomas puffed away. Soon, the engines were all getting ready for Thomas's birthday party. Even Colton was helping out. He was very happy to be back on Sodor after so long. And was happy to be back with his old friends. Thomas worked happily on his branch line, pulling his faithful coaches, Annie and Clarabelle. Annie and Clarabelle were excited for what was going to happen later today, but they didn't tell Thomas. Finally, at Knapford, all the jobs were done. The station was covered in balloons, banters, bunting, and many other things. Soon, when Thomas finished for the day, Toby arrived to tell him what was happening. "There's something special happening at Knapford, Thomas. Why don't you come and see for yourself?" "Okay," said Thomas. "I will." Soon, Toby and Thomas arrived at Knapford Station, and to Thomas's surprise, "Surprise, Thomas!" all the engines said. Thomas looked around. There were so many engines there. Even Colton. Thomas immediately recognized who it was. Is that really you, 87546? The one and only. Sir Topham Hatt walked out of his office. Thomas, it has been 81 years since you first arrived on this railway, and we are very happy to have you as part of it, despite all the ups and downs you used to have before maturing over time. You are still part of this family no matter what. Thank you, sir, puffed Thomas. And everyone cheered and whistled. The next day, Colton had to leave for the other railway. The other engines respected this. Colton was happy to be back on Sodor, but was also happy to be going home too. As for Thomas, he was happy to have Colton return, and he did miss his old railway, but he wouldn't want to be anywhere else than on the magical, beautiful, dream-worthy island of Sodor, with all his friends near and far.